the Burke. Tonight the Sows host the 10-4 Caravel Bucks. I'm Shane Alexa alongside Ronan Landis as the Sows look for win number 10 on the season. Ronan, what will the Sows have to do in order to secure a victory tonight?
No, Shane, I think it'll be really important for them on the defensive side of the ball. Caravel is averaging 64 points a game, but they're also giving up 64. So I think, and with Sally's, they're averaging 60 and giving up only 50. So defense has been a big key this whole season to their wins, as in the last 7 games, they're 5-2. So I think it'll be really important for them on defense, especially on John Clemens, as he is Caravel's leading scorer, averaging 17 a game.
Hinson thought about a 3. Hinson driving into the lane, mid-range jumper, got it to go, Isaiah Hinson. Stolen by Thomas. Thomas driving into the lane and lays it up and in for 2 is Rain Thomas.
Yeah, quick start, which is good to see. Interesting to see here, Shane. Isaiah Hinson, one of the stars on the Salesianum offense, is getting the best player on Caravel, John Clemens, tonight. White, it's definitely a matchup to watch.
White, the top of the key, trying to drive. White lays it up, won't go. Buffon, the rebound. Buffon. Thomas, a 3. Couldn't get the roll. Wyatt, the rebound. He'll slow it down. Wyatt, the top of the key. White trying to drive. And they turn it over. Great defense there from R.J. Johnson. Hinson the inbound. Lays it off for Hines. For Thomas. Buffon, the top of the key. Back for Thomas. Hinson trying to drive. Hinson into the low paint. Couldn't get it to go. Clemens lays it up and in for 2 is John Clemens to start off the scoring for the Bucks. Buffon in the corner. Buffon.
As that will be Caravel possession there on the jump ball. Shane, it looks like tonight will be a very defensive-focused night. Caravel has been locking up on defense so far, with only 1 bucket coming in the half court for Salesianum, and same thing for Caravel on the offensive side, with only 1 bucket so far, and that coming in the half court offense.
Wyatt for Robinson. Bone trying to drive. Wyatt trying to drive. A Bone 3. No good, but they get the rebound. Thomas.
As that will be a foul on Clemens, his first on the night. And Sally's will take possession. Looks like Clemens wanted that layup back. Usually an easy bunny for him, but could not get it to go this time.
Hinson for Thomas. Buffon. Hinson. Hinson. And an offensive foul on Hinson. That's his first.
And so Clemens will get the ball right back for Caravel, drawing that offensive foul.
Wide will bring it up. Robinson. Back for Wyatt. Lays it off for Thomas. A Thomas three. No good. White.
Great defense there by Thomas, forcing him back out of the paint.
They slow it down. A corner three. No good. Hinson trying to drive on the fast break. Lost it. Wyatt going the other way. Robinson gets the roll. All knotted up at 4. Johnson trying to drive. R.J. Johnson is fouled. And he'll go to the line looking for 2.
As that will be John Clement's second foul. As one of the main pieces of this Caravel offense, he's got to be careful here. 4.5 minutes into the game, already picking up his second foul. He thought he got the block clean, but the ref disagreed.
Johnson can't hit the first. And drains the second. Wyatt. Trying to drive. Wyatt lays it up and in for 2. Hinson slows it down. Thomas. Down low for Hines. Back for Thomas. Hinson. Hinson. Got it to go is Isaiah Hinson. Playing bully ball in the low paint.
Yeah, and it looks like Caravel's running a bit of a pseudo 2-3 zone. Salesian moving the ball around well there. And Isaiah Hinson finally taking the ISO and getting to the paint.
Robinson. Mid-range jumper. Couldn't get the roll. Hines the rebound. Finds Johnson. Johnson couldn't get the roll. Gets it back. Johnson.
Thought that was maybe a goaltend.
Hinson. Bang! Isaiah Hinson buries a 3 from beyond the arc.
Obviously, I'll take that instead. Isaiah Hinson already with 7. Yeah, as I was saying, Shane, it looked like one of the Caravel players may have grabbed the rim as R.J. Johnson was shooting. So I thought maybe a goaltend, but I mean, if Hinson's gonna hit a 3, I'll definitely take that. As Hinson will get the steal.
Johnson on the fast break. Johnson driving into the lane, and he walked.
That's a hard fall for R.J. Johnson. As Ryan Black will check in for Caravel, the Salesianum transfer. And Wyatt will bring up the ball.
Wyatt has Swart out. Wyatt, the top of the key. Wyatt trying to find Robinson. Sal's won it back. Hinson. Montgomery couldn't get it to go. Carmen. Beautiful defense there from the Sal's. Here comes Swart out on the fast break. Swart out. Lays it off for Montgomery. There's Hines. Lays it up and in for 2 is Justin Hines.
Great extra pass there for Montgomery. Got the pump fake. Got 2 Caravel defenders to commit. And then an easy layup for Hines.
As the Sal's lead by 6 with 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Wyatt.
Good defense there by Swart out.
Webster. Trying to find space. Robinson. Back out for Black. Black. Wyatt slows it down. Trying to create space. Stolen by Hines. Hines is fouled.
And that would be the first on the freshman, Trevor Webster.
.3 remaining on the clock.
Looked like Caravel may have been holding for the last shot there, not wanting to give Sally's any momentum headed into the second quarter. But then they turned it over, so unsuccessfully done.
Sword out, lays it off for Hines. Hines trying to drive. Hines is blocked by Carmen.
The ball will stay here.
With 1.4 remaining in the quarter. Trying to get something quick here. Buffon. Hines will chuck up a 3. And that'll end the first quarter with the Sows up 12-6.
Yeah, it's been a pretty, one-sided game for the moment. Isaiah Hinson with 7 points, outscoring Caravel by himself. Kareem Thomas chipping in 2 with Justin Hines, as we just saw. And then RJ Johnson having 1. And then for Caravel, Owen Robinson has 2 with John Clemens, 2 points and 2 fouls. So that will be something to watch. And then Dominique Wyatt also having 2 points and a foul. Shane, the big 3 this year for Caravel has been John Clemens, Dominique Wyatt, and Miles White, all upperclassmen, putting up most of the points for Caravel. Do you think they will be looking to go to them more as this game progresses?
Especially Clemens is averaging 17, so I think really the Sows have done a great job of holding him so far in this game. We'll see what the Bucks do to try and get him going.
Yeah, right now Miles White was held to a 0-point first quarter, but he was still pretty aggressive throughout. So, they've definitely been looking to get him involved, but he hasn't quite got going yet.
As was Dominique Wyatt, their facilitator.
As we will see Tookie Smith's first minutes on the court tonight.
Smith, Sword out, will slow it down as we start off this second quarter.
As the 5 out for the Sows right now is Sword out, Hines, Montgomery, Thomas, and Smith.
Hines trying to create some space. Smith has Sword out. Smith for 3. Bang! Anthony Smith from beyond the arc.
Yeah, he had a really successful night. He had a really successful night the other night against Sanford at the 76ers Fieldhouse. And he had a nice game before that as well against Apo at home. So he's definitely looking to continue his momentum, as he didn't get a ton of minutes at the beginning of the season. But the last couple of games, it's definitely ramped up, and his production has been noticeable.
Wyatt. A Webster 3, no good. Bone. Back out for Wyatt. Wyatt. They lost it. Sword out the rebound.
As that would be the first foul on Ryan Black. The 4th team foul of the night. Shane, it's been a relatively clean game so far. Only 5 total fouls called throughout the first 9 minutes of the game. Do you think the refs are letting them play a little, or do you think there just hasn't been a lot of contact so far?
I think it's definitely been a defensive-minded game as we've seen so far. I think the refs are just letting them play right now. I think that's obviously a great thing for both teams. Thomas, the top of the key. Lays it back off for Smith. Smith almost walked. Sword out. Stolen by White. White goes up, rejected by Sword out as he finds Smith. Smith going up and laying it up and in for 2 is Anthony Smith.
Yeah, great job there by Swartout. Did have the turnover, but then that's his second steal off of a shot tonight. He's been really productive on the defensive side, which he has been all season, so this is nothing new.
Black. Clemens.
There he is again. Zach Swartout, and it will say Caravel possession. But again, making a very big defensive impact throughout his 3 minutes of play tonight, as Aiden Montgomery will check out for Isaiah Hinson.
Black will slow it down.
Caravel, John Clemens with 2, and Ryan Black with 2. 2 of their top 5 scorers already with 2. As that will send the freshman Tookie Smith to the free throw line, looking for his 6th and 7th points on the night, hoping to tie Hinson. As it looked like there was a bit of confusion between the table and the refs, but it has been resolved.
As Smith can't hit the first. Bone will check out. And Smith drains the second.
That makes Sally's 2 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. As Wyatt will have Swartout.
Wyatt lays it off for Clemens. Clemens. Gorgeous move there from Clemens as he looks to get going.
Yeah, he's got 4 now. Half of the point production for Caravel.
Thomas for 3. White in some trouble. Stolen by Johnson as Swartout is fouled. No foul, they won't call it. As Swartout lays it up and in for 2.
Yeah, great save there by R.J. Johnson, keeping the ball in bounds. Nearly fell out, but was able to lead to the Swartout bucket.
As Wyatt trains that one. Hinson, the top of the key. Thomas. Hinson. Hinson for 3. Bang! Isaiah Hinson drains a 3 from beyond the arc.
He's now got 10 on the night, being even with Caravel by himself. Him and Anthony Smith are outscoring Caravel by 6 points tonight. As R.J. Johnson will pick up the foul.
Webster is the one fouled.
That will be his first on the night. And second team foul. As Tookie Smith and Zach Swartout will sub out for Brandon Buffone and Justin Hines.
Wyatt slows it down. Wyatt has Hines, mid-range J. Couldn't get it to go, but Buffone the rebound. Gorgeous pass just there for Hinson. Hinson, mid-range J. Couldn't get the roll. Webster. Wyatt finding Robinson. Robinson doesn't get the roll. Johnson the rebound. Hinson.
As it will become Caravel possession as Isaiah Hinson turns the ball over. So with 3.5 minutes left, Salesianum 23, Caravel 10. Really impactful games for the Buccaneers. by Clemens and Wyatt as they have 8 of the 10.
Clemens finds White. Clemens in the corner. Doesn't get it to go. Johnson the rebound. Hines. Johnson. Got it. R.J. Johnson from beyond the arc.
And now he's got 4. Shane, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the court, maybe it's the rims, but Salesianum has had great success tonight and other nights shooting. We saw the other night at the field house, they had a little bit of trouble as Justin Hines gets it to go and 1. But as I was saying, they were having a little bit of trouble the other night shooting, but tonight, they've been great from 3. As that will be the 3rd on John Clemens.
As Carmen will check in, as well as Bone. And Hines drains the 3-point play.
And he's got 5 now.
Wyatt. Has Bone. Wyatt trying to drive. Sal's wouldn't have it.
And it will stay Caravel possession. But it will be corrected by the baseline official, I believe, as he goes to talk with the sideline.
And the Bucks will retain possession.
Nope, it will be Salesianum ball as Ryan Black will check back in.
Hinson has Buffon. Hines, they slow it down.
And
Timeout
like
called.
Coach Trevison will take a 30-second timeout here. Oh no, actually that's the Caravel coach taking a 30-second. So right now, with 2 minutes left in the half, Salesianum with 29 and Caravel with 12.
Bound. Johnson trying to drive. Johnson gets it to go as RJ. Drains it.
And for the Buccaneers, only 1 player over 5.
White on the fast break.
And he has just scored again as Wyatt now has 8. 5 points. Now he's got 8.
Hinson. Buffon in the corner. Hines. Lays it off for Johnson. Johnson trying to drive. A Thomas 3. Bang! Reem Thomas buries a 3. Wood. White.
Couldn't get it to go and was looking for the foul as Buffon is pushing it.
Buffon on the fast break. Hinson is fouled.
And that will be the 3rd on Black. 7th team foul And so it will send Isaiah Hinson to the line for a 1-and-1. As the freshman Trevor Webster will check in for Ryan Black.
As Hinson will go to the line.
And Zach Swartout will check in for the Sows for the senior Brandon Buffone.
Hinson drains the first.
And now 11's got 11. Give him 12.
And sinks the second. Wyatt has Hines. Wyatt thought about a drive. A bone three. No good. Hines the rebound. Finds Swartout. Swartout lays it up and in for two. And Zach Swartout. And he'll go to the line. Looking for a three-point play.
Yeah, it looked like Makai Carmen wanted that block a little bit too much. Looks like he jumped into Zach Swartout as he was shooting the layup. Slaps the backboard, but Swartout was able to just get the layup in. As now Carmen will check out and Robinson will check in.
Swartout couldn't finish off the three-point play. Wyatt has Hines. Robinson trying to set a pick. Three ball off, no good. Hinson chucks up a desperation shot.
Swartout tried to grab the rebound and put it up before the half, but couldn't get it to go. So at the half, Salesianum 38, Caravel 16.
I'm Shane Alexa alongside Ronan Landis. We'll be back with the second half.
Tradition. The
Welcome back to the Burke. The Sal's lead 38-16. I'm Shane Alexa alongside Ronan Landis. Ronan.
Yeah, Shane, you know, it was a really productive first half for Salesianum, specifically Isaiah Hinton on the offensive side of the ball. He got 7 quick points and ended with 12 throughout the accumulation of the first half. Really positive play for him as RJ Johnson shoots and misses a 3. But as I was saying, it was a really positive first half. He's had a little bit of trouble at home this year. Really great to see him get off to a hot start.
White trying to drive. He got fouled. That's Thomas's. That's his first on the night for Reem Thomas.
A little bit of displeasure among the players. Thought he got ball, was hoping for a stop. But White will be shooting at the line and sinks the first to give him 3 on the night.
They grab the rebound.
As Salesianum will retake possession.
Buffon. Hinson. Lays it off for Johnson. For Thomas. Johnson playing bully ball in the low paint. Grabs his own miss.
It looks like that will be on Clemens. And it will. That will be his 4th. One more and he's out of this game. 1 minute into the second half. As he will check out for the freshman, Trevor Webster.
Their leading scorer in foul trouble early in this second half. Buffon. Johnson is fouled. He'll go to the line, seeking 2.
As that will be on Trevor Webster. And that will be his 2nd on the game. As you said, Shane, RJ Johnson will head to the line, seeking his 7th and 8th point.
As Johnson gets the first. And buries the 2nd. Webster the inbound. Wyatt will bring it up. Has Hines. Wyatt trying to create some space. A White 3. No good. Wyatt. A White 3. No good. Richardson the rebound. Couldn't get it to go. Bone the rebound. Rejected by Hines. Buffon on the fast break. Lays it off to Hines. Hines. Hinton slows it down. Johnson. Driving in the lane. RJ Johnson gets the roll.
RJ Johnson now has 10 on the night.
Wyatt. Lays it off for White. White trying to create some space. White driving. Lays it off for Bone as he lays it up and in.
Great find there from White. Penetrating and then finding the cutting man. Perfect execution from Caravel.
Buffon thought about a 3. They lost it. Buffon trying to win it back. As Wyatt gets that one to go.
And he's had half of the production for the Buccaneers tonight.
on. Wyatt on the fast break. Wyatt driving into the lane. Got it to go.
Dominique Wyatt, the junior now has 14 on the night.
Driving. Smith lays it up and in for two is Anthony Smith. White, mid-range J, no foul.
Blocked there by Montgomery.
Buffon on the fast break. Buffon. Swartout. Beautiful pass there from Swartout. Great find to find Montgomery in the low paint. Way to work, fellas.
Yeah, over the past couple games, Montgomery has found himself at the right place at the right time. And it's often Zach Swartout dishing it to him for the easy, uncontested layup.
White trying to drive. White gets the roll, and he'll go to the line, seeking a three-point play.
Looks like that one was on Zach Swartout, I believe. And it will be his first.
As Justin Hines and Brandon Buffon will check out.
White will sink the first and complete the three-point play.
Swartout. Thomas. Back off for Hinson. Hinson plays bully ball on an offensive foul on Isaiah Hinson. As the Sal's trying to extend this 19-point lead with 1:24 remaining in the third quarter.
Dominique Wyatt showing proficiency in drawing those offensive fouls. As this quarter, he's already drawn 2 on Hinson. As that will be a foul on the screen. Looked like on Zane Bone. That'll be his first on the night. Tried to run a little bit of an elevator screen and couldn't quite shut in time.
Smith will bring it up. Hinson. Hinson trying to drive. Mid-range J. Gorgeous from Isaiah Hinson.
And that is the first points he scored in the second half.
White. Stolen by Hinson. Hinson on the fast break. Hinson draws contact.
Oh.
And an offensive foul on Hinson.
And that will be his 4th foul on the night. And it seems like they're just picking on him right now as RJ Johnson will sub in.
As well as Ryan Black for the Bucks.
As we have 40 seconds left in this third quarter.
Wyatt, the top of the key. Bone. Black for Wyatt, has Swartout. Wyatt draws a foul and will go to the line.
That'll be the first on Montgomery and the 7th team foul of the quarter for Salesianum. But Wyatt will shoot 2 here. Already has 14 on the night. Shane, there's been a massive uptick in fouls in this third quarter. There was only about 10 to 11 called all of the first half. Already 13 here in this quarter. Do you think that's just the refs getting a little bit more strict? Or do you think that's just the boys getting a little bit tired and committing more fouls? As Brendan Black will check in.
I think it's a bit of both. I think a little frustration from Caravel. I think that the Sal's are really trying to get more physical and trying to end this game. So a little bit of both.
A funny occurrence here. As I said, Brendan Black just checked in and will be guarded by his brother Ryan. Brendan being a senior for Salesianum and Ryan being a junior for Caravel.
Smith. Smith, a desperation three. No good. And that'll end the third quarter with the Sal's up with a score of 51-32.
Yeah, right now your leading scorer for the Sal's is Isaiah Hinson, the junior, followed by R.J. Johnson, the sophomore, with 13. Isaiah Hinson has 14. Then Tookie Smith has chipped in with 8, as well as Justin Hines and Reem Thomas with 5, Swartout with 2, and Aiden Montgomery with 2. We'll see you at the start of the fourth quarter. As it looks like Coach Trevison will keep Brendan Black in the game to give him the opportunity to guard his little brother.
Clements in foul trouble. Clements lays it off for Black. Black, Clements draws the foul.
Oh, and it will be a travel.
Was fouled, but the travel occurred first. Swartout on the fast break. Swartout lays it off for Black. And an offensive foul on Swartout. That's his second of the night.
If I'm Salesianum here, I'm going straight at John Clements right now. You know, he does have 4 fouls, so it will make him very tough for him to play good defense, as he wants to be conservative enough to stay in the game, but obviously does not want to give up points.
Smith. Thomas slows it down. Thomas trying to drive. Thomas.
That will be an offensive foul on Kareem Thomas, his second foul of the night.
Black the inbound. Wyatt. Webster wants it in the low paint. He gets it. He's fouled.
As that will be a foul on Zach Swartout, his third of the night. As Justin Hines and Brandon Maffone will check in for Brendan Black and Tookie Smith.
The Sal's up 51-34 with 6 minutes and 53 seconds.
As Trevor Webster will head to the line for 2, as Caravel is in the double bonus. He will sink the first for his first points of the night. And now the subs will check in.
Webster sinks the second. Buffon. Johnson in the low paint. A Swartout three. Bang! Zach Swartout from beyond the arc. Buries a three.
Giving him 7 on the night. Has had great offensive production tonight, as well as on the defensive end. As we see him there.
Black, short. Swartout the rebound. Swartout on the fast break. Swartout Lays it up and in for two as Zach Swartout getting involved on the offensive side of the ball. Clemens rejected by Swartout. Doing it all is Zach Swartout.
Bringing some energy to this student section. As that will force Caravel to take a full minute timeout. Obviously rattled by that rejection.
Clemens in the low paint is fouled.
That will be the second on RJ Johnson for tonight. Team's over the team limit.
As Clemens will go to the line, seeking two. Gets the first.
You know, Clemens only has 5 on the night. Very different from his 17 points per game that he averages. You know, Isaiah Hinson and Kareem Thomas have done a great job tonight on him, making sure that he has no breathing room to get any sort of buckets.
Couldn't get the second. As well as the second.
And now RJ Johnson has become Salesianum's leading scorer with 15.
Wyatt lays it off for White. A Webster jumper. No good. They grab the rebound. Richardson.
And that will be on Justin Hines.
As Carmen will go to the line, seeking two.
Hines second of the night. Looked like he may have used a little bit of boost with his left arm on the shoulder of Carmen. As Carmen looks a little bit shaken up. Looks like he may have hit his elbow. So he will miss the first. Wincing in pain.
Gets the second.
And he will be subbed out.
Buffon, the inbound, has Johnson. Johnson will bring it up. Johnson driving into the lane is R.J. Johnson. Couldn't finish it off. White the rebound. White drives and gets the roll.
Great finish there by Miles White, giving him 10 on the night as Salesianum will call a full timeout. As with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, Salesianum up 18 on Caravel. We will continue play.
Hinson. Johnson lays it back off for Buffon. Hinson trying to drive. Grabs his own miss. Hinson gets it to go as Isaiah Hinson.
As Caravel will hurry down with Wyatt.
Wyatt has White. White sinks it in for two. Buffon has Swartout. Swartout showing off some skill. Johnson couldn't hang on. Wyatt. A White three, no good. And the Sal's will win back possession.
And Kareem Thomas will check back in for Zach Swartout.
.429 remaining. The Sal's up with a score of 60-42. Johnson in the low paint. Johnson couldn't get the fade. Bone trying to drive. Bone is fouled and he'll go to the line seeking a three-point play.
As that foul is on R.J. Johnson, his third of the night. As he will check out for the freshman, Tookie Smith.
Drains the three-point play.
As Caravel will take a timeout with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the game.
Buffon. Great pass for Hines. Couldn't hang on.
That was a dime by Brandon Buffon. Probably from about 70 to 80 feet away, right on the money. Justin Hines just couldn't quite cradle the ball.
Wyatt lays it off for Black. Webster trying to drive. Webster doesn't get it to go. Stolen by White. White on the fast break. Lays it up and in for two is White. Thomas on the fast break. Reem Thomas slams it home for two is Reem Thomas.
Looking to put an exclamation point on this game. White will hit a three. White has really come alive here in the second half. He's got 17 now.
Smith finds Thomas. Thomas lays it up. Couldn't get it to go. Hines has the miss, but no good. Wyatt drawing contact, no foul. Thomas on the fast break. Thomas slams it home. Reem Thomas puts an exclamation point on this game.
Yeah, second dunk in 1 minute. Really put a big exclamation point on hopefully a win. Still 3 minutes left in the game. But it looks like that may close it out. As it looked like Kareem Thomas may have bent the rim a little bit on that last dunk. But luckily Isaiah Hinson fixes it. Kareem Thomas a pretty light guy, but that just shows how much power he put on that dunk.
Wyatt has White. White trying to drive, lays it off for Bone. It's fouled. He'll go to the line, seeking two.
Looks like fouled by Tookie Smith. That'll be his first of the night. The 16th team foul on the night. And I believe it's got to be somewhere near the 14th of this second half.
Sinks the first as Richardson will check in. Excuse me, Robinson.
As well as Justin Hines for Zach Swartout. Shane, as I said earlier, this game is still winnable for Caravel. Might be a little bit of a stretch, but it's still a 12-point game with 3 minutes left.
Thomas nearly lost it. Hinson. Buffon in some trouble. Thomas, a Smith three, no good. Hines grabs the rebound. Buffon will slow it down. Buffon is fouled.
That will be on Miles White, his third. Team's eighth. So Buffon will head to the line for a 1-and-1.
as well as the second.
And he will now get 20 on the night.
Buffon the inbound. Smith will once again go to the line.
Really impressive performance tonight by these junior Dominique Wyatt. Averages 11.5 points a game usually. Tonight has 20. Has really been carrying the offensive load for John Clemens. As Anthony Smith will hit the first. He now has 11. As I was saying, you know, someone needed to take over the scoring production, and Wyatt has stepped up big tonight, as Tookie will hit the second as well, giving him 12. Stolen there by Anthony Smith. Up for Hinson, who will be fouled by White. He's got to be careful because that's his fourth. And we'll send Isaiah Hinson to the line for 2. For the Buccaneers, you really don't want to see Miles White get his 5th foul as Isaiah Hinson hits the first. But you really don't want to see him get his 5th foul because outside of Wyatt, he has been your best offensive player tonight. So that would be a big blow for them. As Hinson hits the second as well. That gives him 18 on the night.
The Sal's lead by 14 with 50 seconds remaining in this game.
Looks like Salesianum's playing on that previous possession. Very conservative defense, not wanting to pick up any fouls to stop the clock.
Hinson is fouled.
That will be Bones' third. We'll send Hinson back to the line. He's looking for 19 and 20 here, hoping to tie Wyatt for leading scorer in the game. As he misses the first. And Tookie Smith and Brandon Buffon will check out for Aiden Montgomery and Zach Swartout. And Hinson will miss the second. And it looked like a lane violation on Hinson.
Webster drives, lays it up and in for 2 is Webster. Swartout.
Looks like a timeout is called by Coach Trevison with 30 seconds left. Caravel down 12.
Sal's trying to extend this lead.
Yeah, and they're also looking back to get back into the win column. In the last 7 games, they've been 5-2, losing their last game to Sanford, a close one at the Fieldhouse, but had won the previous 4 games. Looking to get back on track and being absolutely unstoppable here at the Burke as of late. as Caravel will take possession with a second taken off the clock.
Sal's lead by 12. Trying to hold the Bucks here. Black wants it in the corner.
Eventually,
Wyatt
Caravel
was rejected by Hines, but he walked.
I was just about to say, eventually Caravel's going to have to start putting up threes. These twos aren't going to get it anymore.
Smith fouled.
As that will be the end of the night for Miles White. Picking up his 5th foul. It will send Smith back to the free throw line. As this game looks about over. Smith will hit the first, giving him 13. And the second.
As well as the second. 17 seconds remaining in this game. Sal's up by 14. As they look for win number 10 on the regular season. And that'll just about do it. The Sal's win with a final score of 77-63.
Yeah, Shane, MVP of this game has to go to Isaiah Hinson. Had a great first half, putting up 12, really helping to extend the lead and put Caravel away early. Zach Swartout had great defense tonight, getting a bunch of steals and a couple of blocks, as well as having 12 points. You know, a great all-around performance from both teams. And Salesianum played well and came out with the W.
I'm Shane Alexa alongside Ronan Landis.
Good night. God bless. Go Sals!